Okay, so I've been having a look at this Masonic 666 and all the hand signals they make in a little bit more detail today. So that video I did there yesterday, it's just got me thinking. It's sort of got my mind wondering as to what all this stuff means. So I was going to make a sort of try to do a video of the Pope when he flashed the 666 in the Congress, and I was going to make a video all around that. But it's proving to be quite difficult, and I've found a few things out so far, things that I've noticed that I wanted to share. I thought I might just get it all on a video and just see how we go and just go from there. So I'll go first to where I'm at with it is I think that, and I'm going to play, this is a part of Trump's inauguration address, and I'm going to play part of, this is him announcing the Sunday law, and this one here is the Pope where he flashes the 666 sign in Congress. So I'm going to try and make a sort of a connection with it all and just see what it might mean. I believe what I'm thinking at the moment is that it's both God and it's both a deception. Because if you look at the Pope here, so the Pope, we'll start with the Pope. So he was in Congress here, and now he's given this speech, and it's all about the things that I'm taking out of this speech. It's all about unity. It's all about one. It's all about hard work. It's all about, he even there in one section encourages people that are retired to get up and start to work voluntarily. So it's all about hard work too. And that's sort of linked back to, how did I put it here? I was doing a summary of it here. These are all the things that I sort of found that he was talking about. So he links it. Where is it? He thinks, yeah, there it is. There he links seeing reality, right? So you go back to like the Matrix movie and all that, which of course was a controlled opposition, but we all know what the Matrix is now. So seeing reality, because we within the body see reality for what it is, and that's what he's saying here by doing all these earthly things. He's talking about seeing reality, and he links this back to hard work and things like that. And it goes into, you see my notes here, that's probably for the video I'm going to do on his speech alone, but it's raised a lot of questions for me. I believe he might be talking about the Israelites. I'm not quite sure. But what is obvious to me is that this 666 thing, and I'm hoping I might be able to see the LI hand sign as well. I've had a bit of a look into that. That's that L-shaped one he did. I'm hoping I might be able to see that in this video too. I'm not quite sure where it was though, but he really flashes it around Donald Trump in the inauguration speech. He really gives it a good nudge. But we'll start off with the Pope. So the Pope here, we'll just see exactly where he's up to here. 528.
To this, you have been invited, called, and convened by those who elect you.
To the elected you. Yeah, here we go.
Yours
so
is
it's
a
about
walk,
to do it.
which makes me reflect.
Okay, so here, this is paragraph here. This is what I was saying about when I did that video on the beach earlier. This is where I believe he's speaking great blasphemy. This is one of the hallmarks of, well, this is really where it highlights here. So yours is a work that makes me reflect on two ways on the figure of Moses. Now remember, this guy is speaking demonically. He's speaking on behalf of Satan, but now he's talking about Moses. On one hand, the patriarch and the lawgiver of the people of Israel symbolises the need of peoples to keep alive their sense of unity by means of just legislation. So this is all goes back to the Bible, where unity, one, they will be all under one umbrella, under the mark of the beast. That's what he's talking about here, and that's what the legislation is. That's what Sunday law is you must do what they're saying and rise up, worship Lucifer. That's basically what he's saying here. And then he comes into, he flashes the 666 on it where he says the other, the figure of Moses leads us directly to God. So I believe these are the two reasons that this is what the 666 means. It's also, it's God, their God, and it's also deception. So when they talk about God, of course, they're going to use the 666 because it's both. They're talking about their God, and it is deception because the masses, the people on the earth, think they're talking about the real God. So I'll play it here. And this is what he's saying here. You can understand him. He waffles and it's not his native tongue and sort of thing. You can understand him. Now looking at it through this prism, have a look at it. And guys, if you those of us in the body, this is dark stuff.
In two ways, in the figure of Moses. On the one hand, the patriarch and lawgiver of the people of Israel symbolizes the need of people to keep alive their sense of unity by means of just legislation. On the other, the figure of Moses leads us directly to God and thus to the transcendent dignity of the human being.
So you can see he really, really rushes up, like he really gets excited when he's about to say it. And you come back here to what it says here, and he's talking about the lawgiver of the people of Israel. So it's dark stuff, guys, because he's not talking about. He could be talking about the Israel. I think he might be talking about the Israelites, and it's about suppression. It's about the Dark Ages again. This is real. This stuff's just hit me like a ton of bricks over the last few days as I start to uncover this. We'll go to Donald Trump, and we'll have a look at that video that I posted yesterday. Now, this is from another channel from these guys, so I hope this is okay. I assume it is, because I'm only showing part of a Donald Trump speech. I assume it's okay. We're all on the same side here. This channel has really led me here at the moment, and it's blowing my mind because it's all true. Now let's have a look. This is that speech that I put up yesterday, but I didn't have software back then that played sound, but I found it today, so I can play sound on this today. So just remember when he flashes the 666 and the L, he does the L. Where was that transcript I did for this yesterday? I think I've still got that where I had. Yeah, there it is there. So he does the L at some point. I wanna go through that. I think where he started doing it. I might just play it actually. We'll just play it.
Yet for too long, the federal government has used...
Now remember, when he does the 666, that means he's deceiving you. So it's the opposite to what he's saying. Alright, so what he's saying, the opposite to what he's saying. That's what I think's going on here. Okay?
the power of the state as a weapon.
Okay, they use the power of the state as a weapon. So that means they're using the power of the state as a weapon against us. Okay, get me
Against people of faith, bullying and even punishing Americans for following their religious beliefs. It's been happening.
See, and it has been happening. People that are Christians, people that follow Christ are being persecuted. So that's what this 666 thing is, I think.
That is why I am signing today an executive order to defend the freedom of religion and speech in America, the freedoms that we've wanted, the free.
Did you see him do it there? He said the freedoms, and he really... So the freedoms mean that means they're going to suppress our freedoms in the name of their freedoms, in the name of you will do what we say. That's what's happening.
Freedoms that you fought for so long.
You fought for so long, right? You said the reason. You look at Pence, like look at him. It's just dark. It's dark as. So the freedom you fought for so long, the freedom you fought for so long in the name of what we're doing to you now.
And we are doing it in just a little while right over here. Today, my administration is leading by example as we take historic steps to protect religious liberty in the United States of America.
This is where it really starts. This might be the paragraph here where it's just loaded. I want to get to this thing.
We will not allow people of faith to be targeted, bullied, or silenced anymore.
Now that fist pump there, I sort of, did I have this up? I got the things up before. No, I must have put it now, but the fist pump meant something. I found it before, but I can't remember. But anyway, we'll go on. Look at Pence, it's unbelievable.
And we will never, ever stand.
And we will never, ever stand.
For religious discrimination.
Okay, so there's that thing there. So I just want to go back. So it was 12:50:80, did it? That was the one I was hoping for. Okay, so we will never ever stand.
And we will never ever stand for religious discrimination.
Okay, so we will never ever stand for religious discrimination. Okay, so remember, it's the flip. Everything's the flip of what he's saying. So we will never ever stand for religious discrimination, and that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's why I've got the 666 up. But get this one. This is the one that killed me when I saw it. This is LI, so you can see that gesture there. That's the gesture he's doing there. It's exactly the same. Now, LI is actually it's a sign language thing for deaf people, and it actually means laughing inside. So when I saw that flash up at me, I sort of just went, pardon? So remember, when he does the 666, it's the opposite to what he's talking about, okay? And it's not always easy to work out what that means. So let's just listen to that bit again.
Bullied or silenced anymore.
Now remember what he's going to do. He's going to do the 666, and at the end he's going to do the LI, which is laughing inside at me, at you. Okay.
And we will never ever stand for religious discrimination.
And we will never ever stand for religious discrimination, and he's laughing inside at you. Now listen to how he finishes it.
Never ever.
Never ever.
Tolerance is the cornerstone of peace. And that is why I am proud to make a major and
unbelievable, isn't it? Tolerance, all this stuff. Everything he's saying, it's the complete opposite of what he means. So I'll go to the inauguration speech. I think that was over here. No, this one here was really interesting. So when he said we don't remember, the 666 is the complete opposite of what he's talking about. So listen to him.
For too long, politicians have tried, oh, have they tried, to centralize authority among the hands of a small few.
Okay, so we'll go back to the start. So for too long, so he's basically admitting that they're doing it, and he flashes the 666 sign because he's saying that.
For too long, politicians have tried, oh, have they tried, to centralize authority among the hands of a small few in our nation's capital.
So he's talking about the same cabal, the same select group of people that JFK talked about in his secret society speech. He's also talking about the same people that Hitler spoke about, a small international clique. It's the same people of which he's a member.
I see them all the time. Bureaucrats think they can run over your lives, overrule your values, meddle in your faith, and tell you how to live, what to say.
Tell you how to live, what to say, okay, which is exactly what he's saying we're doing to you. That's why he flashes the 666.
And where to pray. But we know that parents, not bureaucrats.
All right, get the drift. We'll go and have a look at his presidential inauguration speech. This thing's loaded. Now, I believe here, because it's the inauguration speech or because he's new or something, he's not doing the 666 as strongly as he does it now. He's not doing it with as much abandon as he is now. But the first 2 minutes of this speech is absolutely loaded with this stuff, and I'm pretty sure he throws up that L1 as well, the lie, the laughing inside.
Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world.
Okay, so he's just thanked all of those people before him, and then he's going people of the world. So this is the people of their utopia, us, the New World Order, those that are submitted to them. Well, I say us, I'm not one because I'm in the body of Christ. But you get what I mean. That's what he's talking about, the oblivious masses, people that don't know what's going on, people that think that he's just saying, hey, okay, and there's nothing happening here, and people that think the Pope's representative of God.
Thank you.
He's thanking them all. What are we, 20 seconds in? It's just loaded.
We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country.
See, as he did it then, it doesn't. He's not as as good as he is now, as just out in the open as with it now, it was a lot more subtle. But you can.
And restore its promise.
Okay, so we're restoring the country back to what it was. So you get back to how America was founded. I believe the whole thing's just been a build-up over the whole time of America. The whole thing's just a ruse, and it's climaxing now. But he's building it back to what it was.
For all of our people.
For all of our people.
Together we will determine the course.
Together we will determine the course. He's saying that it's the people that's going to determine the course. No, it's them.
Course of America.
At the expense of you.
And the world for many, many years to come.
So he's flashing in the air, but it's
we
not
will
as strong.
face challenges. We will confront hardships. But we will get the job done. Every 4 years we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power.
It's coming now.
And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama.
Just let it run for a minute.
For their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you.
Now, I don't have that magnificent where he just put up one finger there. I don't know whether that means anything. I haven't looked that far
Today's
into it yet.
ceremony, however, has very special meaning.
He does something here.
Because today, we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another.
Okay, 666, we're not just transferring power from one administration to another. Okay, something more significant than that.
Or from one party to another.
We're
But
transferring
we
back
are
to you, the people.
transferring power from Washington,
666,
D.C.
big
and
one.
giving it back to
This
you,
one,
the people.
Okay, so the 666, we're transferring it back to you. It's not just a transfer. I believe that's what we're looking at here. It's when they're talking about the opposite, because they do, everything in opposites. I think that's what's going on here.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government.
See, I guess it's sort of the same deal as what I was saying before about what JFK and Hitler were talking about at the small cabal, the international clique, and that's what he's just telling us everything now. And I believe that's what 666 is. When the Pope did it, he was talking about God, which is fake, which is their fake God, which is Lucifer, and then everything. I think I've sort of articulated what I'm trying to say in this video. As I say, this video was just one because I'm just finding all this stuff out at the moment. I just thought I'd get something down, but I'm going to go into this a bit more deeper because I'm thinking that you've got to keep an eye on them as to what's going on, because I firmly believe there's something major brewing on Earth right now. So I really want to keep an eye on what they're doing, and it's heating up. Whether it's imminent, I don't know. I can feel it. I can absolutely feel it. And it's all here. I'm just a guy who's been saved 6 months from the New South Wales Central Coast, and I can see this. I haven't gone to any Masonic sites. All I did was just get the death meanings to these words, and this is why I think they're doing it, because this is how evil they are. They take the most vulnerable people, the deaf, and they're bastardising their language in their own interests. It's dark. Really dark times, guys.